Hello! Hello, 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 hello. Hello and welcome to this final boss fight quiz night. My name is John and I am joined by... That way, Ben the Quest Giver.
Hello and greetings. It's good to see you again.
By the Rogue Trader Enthusiast.
Oh god, they can see me. Hi! Ha!
And by the Angel Games Player.
It's my pizza. Fuck off.
Okay, that's the best one so far.
Okay, bye. And we are here to do a quiz night. This month we have several themes. One of the themes is possibly Rogue, your camera has frozen.
It's an interesting theme. How do we win points?
You're moving.
Yeah, I'm moving. I just sat still. Am I not allowed to sit still, John? Must I entertain you like a dancing monkey?
Well, you were scratching the side of your head and it looked weird.
Just do this for the next 2 hours.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Yeah, just keep moving so that I know that you're there and everything's fine.
I shall feel the music, John.
Good. Listen to the lo-fi beats you can't hear because I can hear them and the stream can hear them and you guys can't.
Scandalous.
This month we have 4 rounds of questions for you. There are 10 questions per round. There are 10 answers that go with each of those 10 questions.
Wait, no one said anything about that, John.
That's how questions work. Rogue proceeds to freeze in the funny positions. It's how did he manage to freeze mid-jump?
Oh no.
Just one of those things that not only is there a freeze, you just see one of the hands just from off camera just look.
At some point I'll just program like one of those like sheep like shepherd's hooks that come from stage left and it'll just yank me off one day.
Yeah, that's what I was going with, Drew. Turns out Rogue is at the end of a 90s sitcom episode that froze mid-jump. Yeah!
We'll have to do that one day, just to say pretty much end of Police Squad sort of style.
We have 4 rounds of questions. Something's got a bit weird with my questions list this month, so I've got the language of flowers, beat the chaser.
Yep.
I've got cryptic film titles.
Yep.
And then we'll find out round 2 later.
Uh-oh.
You'll see.
The list you sent to my mom was general knowledge.
Yeah. That may or may not be accurate. We shall find out.
Thor.
I've got to go now.
Thor.
As per usual, if you are watching along at home, please do not for free share your answers with the chat until they have answered the questions and we are judging the answers. Please do not share your answers in the chat because that's no fun. If you are playing along at home, feel free to write down your answers as these guys will be.
Wait, you said that they can't give the answers for free.
Yeah.
So if they pay bits or points to give us the answers, that's cool.
If they pay me bits to give you the answers, you know, Ben, I can just turn your camera off.
I implore you, please, put your answers into the chat. The tyrannical John cannot be held down forever.
I can also mute you, remember.
I will. we will give you biscuits. I have these lovely ginger nut biscuits, which I can post to you, and maybe they'll get to you within the next week.
I believe Drew's current going rate is £10 per answer, but then also you have
I
to
have wooden flowers.
assume that Drew actually knows the answers to these questions.
Oh, wait, that's a good
I feel he's
point.
got a better chance than I do.
So, let us start with getting your team names.
Okay.
Ben,
Hello.
what is your team name?
I have been taking a look at different ones. I am going to go with What Incarnation?
You.
Look, it was either that or I'm So Fawny. It was one or the other.
Team Angel Feather.
Angel Blossom.
Oh, that's cute.
New member of the Powerpuff.
And Rogue.
Ate too many poppies.
So that's why your eyes are so wide.
I.
Have I ever told you guys the story about how my mother nearly got arrested in Pakistan for around poppies?
No. Is it a thing you should share on the channel?
Fine, I won't mention any names. Short version, we just moved to Pakistan. There were some pretty red poppies growing in the garden. My mum didn't recognize what specific type of poppies they are. Because if you don't know, most poppies in the UK that were of this category were wiped out a long time ago. These, however, were Afghan poppies, which, if you know anything about that particular region, make a hell of a lot of opium. So we're in Pakistan. She is not only really liking these poppies, but she is making clones of them to spread across the garden because she thinks they're so pretty. But she hires we hire a gardener because it's Pakistan and that's what life was like. He was just like, Mem Saab, you realize that this is breaking the law because you're growing drug poppies in your garden, and promptly set them on fire to protect my mom. It was a very weird moment to come home and just see that half of the flower beds were on fire with no clear explanation for a good 8 years.
Oh.
But everyone was so happy that day as the smoke blew into their faces.
Are we ready for round... Anecdote 1 done. Are we ready for round 1?
Wait,
okay,
we have other or prearranged anecdotes?
No. We don't prearrange those things.
No, they just happen. It's a bit like when the audience puts their answers into the chat. It just happens.
That does not just happen. Do not put your answers into the chat.
He's tenacious.
I appreciate the chutzpah.
Round 1. Question 1. Language of flowers.
Oh, I should probably close my revision. So I'm not cheating.
What would a bunch of pink carnations signify? What would a bunch of pink carnations signify?
I'll be back in 1 second before people worry about a big beeping noise.
Okay.
Really need to get that fucking fixed. Sorry, pun language.
You're
So
okay.
it's one of those that's really annoying the life out of me now that these buggers went. Sorry, I actually have to send them a bleeding email. Anyway, we got past the first one.
Nope. What would a
Good.
bunch of pink carnations signify? If I sent question 2. If I sent a bunch of yellow and white chrysanthemums, what would they mean? If I sent a bunch of yellow and white chrysanthemums, what would they mean?
Right, John, what was the first one?
What would a bunch of pink carnations signify? Pink carnations. Question 3. If I sent you a bunch of daffodils, what would I be telling you? Don't
Honestly,
put
Drew,
your answers in the chat.
I'm that close to writing that down. So daffodils.
Hey, Sir Drupal has just rejoined the FBF Knights for 2 months in a row. You said if I didn't pay. Oh, yes, fair point.
So subscribers can put answers in the chat. That's good to know.
Just after they subscribe, they get one. Rogue has just resubscribed for 21 months in a row. Welcome back to the FBF Knights. Unhelpfully, I am the person answering questions. There's our new alerts that may be being replaced with even newer alerts very soon.
Oh God, what would those be?
Question 4. What do red carnations represent? You can also tell that with some of these, it was working out different ways to say, what do they mean?
What you mean around on what flowers mean?
Yes, it was...
Not...
I didn't want to just have every single question in the round being, what does this one mean? What is this one? What do they represent? What do they symbolize? What do they signify?
Sorry, I missed that. Could you say that again?
For question 4, it was, what do red carnations represent?
Okay.
I am doomed this round.
Rebel says, hello! I can't hear anything because I'm currently watching the spinny loading circle of doom, but hello!
Literally, all my brain, I can draw out exactly 2 Language of Flowers facts in my brain right now, John.
We'll see if I
This is
asked
not good.
either of them.
You will not.
We'll see.
The only reason I know half as much as I do is because I wrote a whole fan fiction and I used flowers for the chapter names, and I looked up flower meanings to sort of allude to what to expect in the chapter.
Cute.
What do... question 5. What do orchids represent? What do orchids represent?
So considering that language is subjective, and we can define meaning however we wish,
No.
surely every answer we give can be true.
No.
So, John, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of different symbolism for orchids.
Right.
Sean says, in my life, orchids represent a problem.
Okay. sorry for the distraction. I have now sent out that email and hopefully get a response because it sounds like my fire alarm is now going into a new stage of warning beeps.
Ooh, fun
You would have thought what would
times.
happen after
Yeah.
several months of waiting for a fire alarm to be bleeding fixed.
Have you tried taking a pickaxe to it?
I am very hard tempted to go ahead and start calling up other agencies and saying, by the way, surely there's a health and safety standard for the sake of a flat building that you should be making sure that the fire alarms work. Because apparently this one can be so lackadaisical about it that they can leave it for several months with a faulty one.
And we
Anyway,
will now
rant
leave
over.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, just threaten to write to the
We
paper.
will now leave that. What does a bouquet of yellow hyacinths represent?
I really need to start coming up with what we should do next time.
Oddly enough, I was thinking the same thing.
Did you say yellow hyacinths?
I did say yellow hyacinths.
Okay, because I heard the hyacinth bit, but it cut out on the color, so...
What does a bouquet of yellow hyacinths?
At least it says hi. I mean, it's got hi in the word.
Trust me, Sean, the next question. For question 7 is, what flowers would you send someone to send them the message, I declare war on you? Surprisingly, the Victorian Language of Flowers had a flower that signified this. What flower would you send to send the message, I declare war on you? Also, what flower do I need to send to Spotify for it to play some songs that we can actually hear? Oh, this song
I
is
feel like
titled...
all of my answers. I feel like all my answers here are just giving away like my internal aesthetic.
This particular lo-fi song that has just started is called Flower Fields.
I don't know why, in my head, it just turned into Vertigo by U2. So,
Hello.
Question 8. How would you tell someone they are being childish?
Not with flowers.
With flowers, how would you tell?
I would just...
How would you tell someone they are
sternly
being
put them in the
childish?
corner and sit them on the naughty step.
I do hope that one I get to answer.
Question 9. How would you warn someone of impending revenge?
I'm not sure I'd want to warn them, to be fair. Tends to make them want to come by.
The best part is this one I actually know because it was the title for one of the chapters in my fanfiction.
Then I hope I've got the same answer that you found while researching it.
Yeah, I know, right?
But seeing as we probably both Googled it... Sean says, nah, you want to warn them when they are... Warn them, then never actually do anything, so they're always on edge.
Wait, shit. We got an answer, Ben. We got an answer. Quick, write it down before John deletes it.
Also, Rebels has loaded! Yay! Welcome in,
Hey!
Rebels.
It's
I mean,
good to see
if
you.
you're-
Don't forget
you're
to put all
loaded-
of your answers into the comments.
It is,
And if
it
John
is
can go
good
over
to
the
be
last
seen
10
by
questions.
Plus, if you're loaded, you can pay for all the bits in order to give us the answers, like John
That's
said.
true, yes. Drew carries on charging us for answers, so if you could just pay Drew as much as possible.
And finally, for question 10, if someone propositioned you, how would you turn them down with flowers? If somebody propositioned you, how would you turn them down with flowers?
With fire.
Once again, with flowers.
They have a burning point, so technically that could be correct. Yeah.
Chances, oh, with flowers, damn.
Just immediately thinking of that scene from the Simpsons movie, holding the flower. Oh, don't worry, I got you. Whoom.
Okay, are we ready for answers?
Yeah, and I
pretty
have a
much.
sneaking suspicion that you got a lot of your questions from the same quiz that me and Mom were looking at.
Probably. It was like the second or third option down when I googled language of flowers for some of these. And others,
Don't worry,
it was just...
I don't think it's gonna make a difference.
So, question...
Yeah, I don't think I've got any of these.
Question 1. Ben, what does a bunch of pink carnations signify?
But they're flowers.
Rogue.
Oh no! Celebration?
Angel.
I'll never forget you.
The pink carnations, according to the Victorian flower language I googled, went gratitude and fascination. Pink carnations are the most commonly found colour and symbolise gratitude. Most people associate pink carnations with Mother's Day. In America, the pink carnation is the official Mother's Day flower.
I'm gonna have to hustle because I will not get any points if I don't. Gratitude and celebration are kind of similar.
No.
Damn it. I didn't flutter my eyelashes quickly enough.
But they do symbolize flowers, don't they?
Rogue.
Oh no.
If you got a bunch of yellow and white chrysanthemums, what would they mean?
Love?
I'll give you half a point.
Holy crap.
Angel.
Slighted love.
Correct.
Ooh.
Not you've been given flowers.
Slighted love.
Slighted. So yellow and white chrysanthemums frequently symbolize slighted love and truth. So it might be that you're telling somebody that they have slighted you. Angel, if I sent you a bunch of daffodils, what would I be telling you?
That I am your one and only.
Yes, they were used to express admiration and respect. No, Ben, not that you've been given flowers.
I didn't put that. I put down that I like daffodils.
I'm now just picturing a
Okay,
bunch
wait.
of daffodils coming across the script.
I just want to check. So it's one and only. Is that in a romantic manner, perchance?
What was your answer?
My answer was romance. I'm just trying to ask.
No. What do red carnations represent, Ben?
Blood.
No. Rogue.
Good luck.
No. Angel.
You should have stuck with your romantic theme. Red carnations mean love and affection.
God damn it.
Yep. Deep admiration and love. Which is why I'm not giving you love for the daffodils.
Well, you gave me half of that for the daffodils. Don't take it away from me.
No, I gave you half of that for the yellow and white chrysanthemums.
Oh, okay.
Rogue, what do orchids represent?
The sudden abandonment of my will to live.
No, that's just what you're feeling now.
More seriously, would orchids represent fortune?
I will give you another half point for that one.
Ooh, yay!
Angel.
The two that I remember best are a well wish for many children and thoughtfulness.
And Ben.
Flowers. You can tell I'm going wholehearted for this one.
The orchids represented luxury, symbolized luxury.
Ooh.
Uh,
I mean, considering
Hence
how
the-
hard it was to get bloody orchids, yeah.
yeah, basically.
It's the wish for many children.
Angel, what does a bouquet of yellow hyacinths represent?
Jealousy.
Correct. Yellow hyacinths symbolize jealousy and sorrow, making them the perfect pick if you're determined to make your hurt feelings known to a friend or lover who doesn't know your worth.
Wait, what question are we on?
That was 6.
I thought we'd already had 6 answers. Something's got me
No,
deeply confused here.
I did that bit already.
I'm not doing it as a bit. Okay, cool. I seem to have answered one question twice.
Ben, how would you send the message, I declare war on you?
Burning flowers covered in feces.
Rogue.
If that doesn't get the message across, I don't know what will.
Black roses.
Angel.
I only remember this because they're a friend of mine. They're tansies.
Yes. Tansies.
Oh, there's a tansy.
In the Victorian language of flowers, this bitter herb with button yellow flowers means I declare war on you, which is about as dramatic as floriography gets.
God, that florist must be very up. It's got to be a terrible place if that's what. Oh, for God's sake, there.
Rogue, how would you tell someone they were being childish?
I would slap them with flowers. No, again, more seriously, Sweet Williams?
Angel.
Ugh. I couldn't remember if it was daisies.
Ben.
You put a thistle in their underpants.
It is buttercups.
Buttercups. Damn it.
Buttercups represent childishness and therefore are perfect for sending to your friend who always makes fart jokes.
Daisies are
But that way they
daisies
can
are
find out they like butter.
innocent.
Wait, what was the whole thing behind like holding a buttercup under your chin and it meant to tell you something?
It was
But if you
Yeah,
hold the
if it
buttercup
glows-
underneath your chin and your chin glows yellow, then you're
Then
meant
you
to
like
like
butter.
butter. It's very scientific.
alternative. Yeah, Rebel said that you like butter. Or that
I
the
mean,
sun
they're
is
not wrong.
shining.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
This means you're gullible.
This means I've got a
suffering an
bridge to sell you.
Or you're suffering from an unfortunate bout of jaundice.
No, that's when you
No,
take
no,
the
that-
leaf away and it's still yellow.
Yeah.
Angel, tell us the
Yes.
answer to the question you know. How would you warn someone of impending revenge?
Oleander?
Ooh.
Which means beware.
Oh, you've caught John. I can see the cog turning.
I'm going to give you a point for that, but that wasn't the one I was thinking. Because the bird's foot trefoil symbolized revenge.
The bird's foot trefoil symbolizes my revenge specifically, though, as in my revenge. If you were to send it to somebody, there's no guarantee that they would understand. Whereas oleander is an actual warning, meaning beware, which is why I went with that answer.
I hate to tell you, if you sent me flowers as a warning, I wouldn't understand the answer either.
Hilariously, I managed to put almost the exact opposite as my answer because I just quickly Googled. Because I wrote white magnolias. I'm like, no, that can't be right. I must have been wrong. Turns out white magnolias mean purity, luck, and stability.
Me, I just
Slight-
put the heads of daffodils in their bed.
Ben,
Yeah.
if someone propositioned you and you wanted to turn them down, how would you do so?
I'd throw flowers in their face.
Rogue.
I'd say no, and then I'd give them some Edelweiss because they need a little bit of courage.
Andrew says no.
I must say as well, technically, your question is how would we say no? You can't tell us that we're not saying the correct answer there. I deserve at least 1 point in this round, John.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, at least I know what Edelweiss means.
Angel.
Cyclamen and burdock.
Oh, what's that one mean?
What?
Huh?
What does that mean?
Oh, cyclamen means don't fucking touch me. And burdock means... Hold on, I did know it. Burdock. I know it's cyclamen and burdock.
Drink this and die?
No, hold on. I'm gonna have to Google it real quick. No, I don't. Modesty.
I'm going to give you a point for that one as well. My answer was striped carnations, which meant no.
I thought saying no and being nice and telling them to be brave was a good answer.
Okay, you can get half a point for you and a half point for Ben for that one as well. Fine.
Yay!
Charity points. Exactly
I'll
what we
always
deserve.
accept them. I will never say no to a charity point.
So, Ben, did you get half a point that round?
I got half a point that round.
Angel Blossom, how did you do?
I got 7 points.
Holy Christ above.
And
Then again, you did choose it.
Too many poppies.
1.5 points.
And
All by half points.
and now, I need to do a thing. Because
While you're doing a thing, I need to turn on my light because it's getting dark.
Because the next round, as listed on my answer sheet, is entitled Drew's Chaos Round.
Oh,
God.
Oh no.
Is that the reason why you're here, Drew? Is that it? You mean to toy with us? My heart can only break so much.
Hello.
I'm warning you, Drew. I know where you live.
Drew, I have sent you an invite on the Twitch.
Oh, no.
I'm here. How's it going?
I can only just about hear you. Hang on.
I'll move my microphone closer. It might be just a bit further
Get
away
up
there.
on your
Is that-
microphone.
I am up
Also,
on my
turn
microphone.
your volume all the way up to 100. That might actually help the deaf guy here.
Oh, and then I have to. Ah, that's how I do the thing. Right, I was waiting for you to send me a link on Twitch. On like Discord for this. Let me just. It says there's no camera detected. That is because I'm doing this stuff. Isn't even my microphone, right?
You need to tell it to give your microphone and then mute your microphone afterwards.
Oh, fantastic.
What's your...
Oh my god, that's such a cute picture.
Yeah.
This is not going to be visible to anyone on stream, but this is absolutely adorable. I need to share. It's in the embedded chat for you, John. It's an adorable little ankylosaurus.
Oh,
Adorable, like
never
ankylosaurus.
skip an
wearing
ankle day.
It's wearing all of the sweatbands. on its horns, on its cute little maze tail, on all of its legs.
What's that? A wild milady has appeared.
What?
That's
Why,
so weird.
hello.
Right.
I misheard you for a second, John. I thought you were saying Glade, just in an unusual way.
Yes,
am I
an
all,
air freshener came along.
am I all good now, John? Because it says that I've done all the stuff.
I'm not
Oh, the
getting
server.
There we go. It was just loading your camera in, and boop.
Should mine? Oh, there we go. Oh, it was black and white because I was on the... Hello, everyone. It's me, Drew, in this totally prepared and professional takeover of the quiz. Oh my god, I'm now John.
If
It is a very
Man.
lofty thing to get into.
Drew, just lean to the other side of your shot. You're currently behind our thing. The other way. Other way. Other way. There you go. There you go.
Sorry.
It's an interesting one having a cartoon character for a mustache.
This is the other way. I'm ahead. I'm in the future compared to you, Ree.
Rogue throws Ben into battle. That's interesting.
Right. Excellent. So, hi everyone. I've decided that I'm taking over the quiz for a round. This is Drew's Chaos Quiz Round. Are we ready?
No.
No.
Yes.
What?
Nope.
No?
I'm just gonna have a nap.
Yeah.
Just let me. I'm just gonna.
Ah, John, I'm assuming you're participating for this round since you know some of the answers.
No,
but,
you've already asked me some of the questions, so I'm gonna.
Yes, but yeah.
I'm just gonna.
So,
have a
Get
nap.
away.
So originally, I had planned to still be themed around one thing. Instead, it's just gone a bit all over. So enjoy that. We're going to start with. Some of you might know me as games. Let's start with board game. I've been told that I need to sit up apparently. And the stream
It's
doesn't
okay,
want to
hold
work.
on.
for me.
We'll join you instead. We'll just go back like that. It's
Yeah,
okay.
we'll just. Actually, no.
He does
I
have.
know
There we
exactly
go,
what we need
there
to
we
do.
go, there we go.
This is what we need to do.
Right.
This stretch.
Yes, okay.
Everyone
Ah,
needs to stretch.
stretch.
Rogue
Right.
in the stretch.
Okay, so question number one. Legendary games designer Reiner Knizia is noted for not only his amazing board game designs, but also for designing a lot of board games. How many board games is credited to Reiner Knizia according to website Board Game Geek?
How are we? How are we doing this? Is this like Price is Right rules?
No, this is whoever can get the exact number. I'll give you the point. Whoever gets the closest without going over.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh.
So once again, legendary games designer Reiner Knizia is noted for not only his amazing board games, but also for designing a lot of board games. How many board games has he been credited with working on, according to Board Game Geek?
The wrong amount.
Or maybe you'll get the exact right amount.
I would be impressed if anyone gets exactly the number that's on there.
Oh, if you get the exact number, bonus point.
Rebel says working on or designing.
So Board Game Geek will only give credit, like essentially there's no like just how many he's designed. So it's all of the ones he's credited with having worked on, which pretty much means he's designed them.
I really like to appreciate that. Retype that in the chat. Sat next to you in that room, Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just over there. Cool. Are we ready for question number 2?
Quick, throw things at him. Distraction,
Yeah.
quick.
I'll take that as we are ready for.
Just get the answers and just put them up on the stream, will you?
Drew, you have to say the thing I say now.
Ow! Just got hit with Pokemon
Okay,
cards.
I can tell whose side Ree is on.
Thanks, mate. Right.
Lovely.
Okay. Question number 2. What board game is noted as having saved the lives of at least 10,000 people?
It's a hard-working board game.
Board game that saves lives?
Yeah, there
What
are
board game
stories.
is noted as having saved the lives of at least 10,000 people.
I wonder, can I do some live UI work while this round is going on?
No.
And just move. Like, if I move Rogue up here, can I then, like, can I make it?
We're not in line, John. We're not in line.
Oh god.
I've always
It
been
terrible, John.
a little.
The audience are not going to like this.
I've always been a little crooked.
There we go. And now, can I move the? Can I move this over?
What is going on?
Is Rogue's camera a little bit smaller? Yes. But it's just a bit out of its frame, isn't
I'm
it?
shrinking. No.
Oops.
I'm now a part of chat.
There we go.
Excellent. Right, are we ready for
always
question?
part of chat.
Are we
Maybe
ready
something a little
for
bit
question
smaller.
number 3?
No. Yes.
Question number 3. How long is a London bus in terms of London buses?
What?
Yeah, I remember when Drew asked me this test question, and it's
Okay,
So,
say that again.
how long is a London bus in terms of London buses?
using the unit of measurement of a London bus. How many London buses long is a London bus?
Okay.
What, the average London bus?
There are
This is
Standard London
two
bus?
types of London buses, though. Are we talking about the bendy buses or the classic buses?
Are we going for a modal average, a mean average, a median average?
Or the medium little
Drew,
tiny
do you see
taxi
what I
buses?
mean when I said to you, make this a round for Rogue?
I mean, to be fair, there was the temptation to go do a lot of research to make it like all of the answers either like Rogue or like Ben.
Oh, God.
Drew, you
But
need to
then
lead
this
the
was
other
my
way. You need to lead the other
I'm
way,
just gonna move him over.
You told me to lean this way. I'm leaning this way.
It's fine, I've moved him.
Why?
You're now snuggling with John. It's okay.
Fine, I'll go back. No, I'm moving now.
Okay.
I'm getting told off.
You can go. There we go.
Oh,
I have no control over where I'm placed on the stream, so I'm just going to sit here. John can deal with it.
This is live UI work.
Question number 4. I hope you've all got answer for question number 3. Question number 4. Amazing Fantasy 1000 came out in August 2022 to celebrate 40 years since Amazing Fantasy number 15 introduced us to Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man. Prior to this landmark issues, how many issues of Amazing Fantasy were released? Once again, that's Amazing Fantasy 1000 came out in August 2022. Celebrate 40 years, Amazing Fantasy 15 first introduced us to Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man. Prior to this landmark issue, how many issues of Amazing Fantasy were released?
I kind of like the idea of Drew giving a quiz from a chaise long.
The most relaxed Quizmaster there is. So it's literally lying down, arm behind. Yes.
It'll be the most...
It's so nice when I'm on it. It's so nice when I'm guest starring in someone else's stream and my wife can come along and just berate me and chat.
Can we get chaise launches and have just a very hedonistic quiz, just like grapes and just lazing around on chaise
It's like-
lounges?
Only if someone is painting us like one of their French girls whilst we answer the question. So that at the
Wait.
end of the quiz, we've got sort of like a rushed painting of everybody.
I mean, there's a sofa
Wait.
behind me. I could shift the stuff off of the sofa and just lie on it if you want.
There is a terrible suggestion which comes with that suggestion there, my dear Rogue, which is, does that mean that we're only allowed to wear necklaces during that segment?
I mean, I'm not
Um,
shy.
Horrifying mental image.
Are we ready for question number 5?
Yes, please.
Question number 5. In the original Spider-Man, the animated series, how many times did Spider-Man punch somebody?
Oh,
Oh, that's
God.
annoying because I actually have that shit on DVD and I haven't actually watched it yet.
Can you repeat the question? Just, I want to make sure I've heard the word.
Yeah,
it correct.
in the original Spider-Man, in the 90s Spider-Man the animated series, because I realised there is one in the 60s technically, but in the Spider-Man the animated series, the one called Spider-Man the animated series, how many times did Spider-Man punch someone?
I don't know. I mean, he had his gun in that one, so I don't know whether he used that more often.
Not enough time.
Spider gun, spider gun.
Does
Shoots
whatever a
everything
spider
with
gun
the
does.
spider- Shoots everyone with the gun.
On the plus side, the criminals, they don't come back.
It sounds like everyone's got an answer for that one, so I'll move on. John, am I right in thinking that you've got like a crazy movie title round?
I do. It's the last round of this
I
particular.
really hope that this isn't going to
I
nick
would
from
just like
that.
to.
So,
I'd like to point out, Drew, you've repeated that question.
which one?
That one we've just had.
I was about to say, when it comes
Yeah,
to
no,
that
I know,
sounds
I've used that.
familiar, you know?
I have used that one previously, but I have more facts for that one now. Number 6. What movie was nearly released with the title Spaceman from Pluto?
Oh, don't worry, that's not the style of questions. In my
Fantastic.
round.
Yeah, no, I figured it wouldn't be. I just wanted to have that. What movie nearly released with the title Spaceman from Pluto?
What are you saying? Newly released or
Nearly.
nearly released?
Nearly, very nearly released.
Right.
They almost actually called a movie that.
Someone actually wanted to call a movie Spaceman from Pluto, but it didn't go through, and we'll find out more when I give the answers.
Thank God.
It was a bad idea.
Don't worry. All of these have interesting stories that some of them don't, to be fair. But there's more information when we do the answers. Don't worry.
Oh, good. If there's any particularly interesting ones, I have a round coming up for that.
Question number 7. What bad guy is the only bad guy to feature in every Legend of Zelda video game?
Oh.
Can you repeat the
That is a
question?
good one.
There is... So, again, what bad guy is the only bad guy to feature in every Legend of Zelda video game?
Rogue, we've got a specific question for you of how much do you dislike the Chaos round?
There are elements in this where I do believe Drew has specifically gone for topics that he knows I know shit all about, like Zelda. Because I don't play Zelda. I have exactly 2 Zelda games, which are Link's Awakening and Breath of the Wild. I have, whilst I completed Link's Awakening, it's apparently the least Zelda of all the Zelda games.
Ree says, you look angry.
So, I mean, I specifically haven't picked on you whatsoever. You'll notice that the running theme in all of this, it's all things that I like, except for the London Bus one, which is, just, I just thought it was a fun fact.
Oh, yeah, no, very aware that this is things that you like.
I did also specifically say, when Drew came to me and said, I want to do a round and take over the quiz, what should I do questions on? I did say, Rogue well, get up his nose.
I really wanted to, but I couldn't. The only thing I could think of was to do things that I know Rogue knows, but doesn't know enough about to do random Roman facts that are not about the typical sort of things, just to annoy. Anyway, question number 8. The first
Wait,
comic
what
book.
was 7 again?
7 was the Zelda question.
Oh, right. Sorry, I was too busy ranting.
If you, Rogue, if you want a hint, if you've played 2 Zelda games, there is one bad guy that will be in both of them.
Great.
Oh, God.
You've got to have
thanks.
completed both of them, though.
There's a gesture that's not appropriate for being on video.
Yeah. Question number 8. The first comic book marketed with a variant cover was, as we all know, the 1968 issue of Man of Steel, which featured 2 different covers by the writer-artist John Byrne.
Yeah.
But what single superhero comic book issue has the most variant covers? Now, I'm going to be... I was told I have to be nice with this one. You'll get a point if you can guess the series or the character that this comic book relates back to, but you'll get a bonus if you get the exact issue.
Right.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck. You know
think
what annoys
I
the
know
hell out of
which one.
freaking Linkara talked about this.
Well, at least you've given us enough of a hint that it's one character. So.
Not? Because if I remember correctly,
So again, I'll read that. I'll leave off the first bit. What single superhero comic book issue has had the most variant covers? Again, you'll get a point if you guess the series or character, but a bonus point if you get the exact issue number.
Drew,
Yes.
when you're done with this round, can you send me the questions?
Yeah, sure. Of course I can.
Cool.
No.
Destroy them all immediately after.
But if you can't send me all
Delete.
of them, can you send me that one in particular? Because that will be a good question for an upcoming round when I have enough questions for it, called We've Told You That.
Oh, cool.
When it comes down to the whole variant cover thing,
Do you want all of the bonus trivia I put with it?
Yes.
Cool.
What is the exact
sorry.
wording of that variant cover?
Sorry, what?
What is the exact wording of the variant cover question?
It's what issue has the most variants?
Okay, it is what issue has the most variants. Okay.
Yes.
You
I
get
was about to say, because you then came up with a second one, where it's a case of which characters had the most variants, and it's like,
you get
there are a
points
lot
for
of variants
naming the
out there.
character who
Yeah,
this
like, if you
comic
get the-
is.
Yeah, if you get like the character or you say the series name correctly, like I'll give it. If for example, if you said, the Amazing Adventures of John, and the answer is John issue 5, I'll give you the point.
We did do a lot of
I
variants.
had to really
of
think
that cover.
really hard to not name a comic book series. Then
We did do a lot of variants of that cover. It was a lot of posing for the
Yeah.
different shots. It was,
I like the My Little Pony version.
yeah, that was really fun.
oh,
I didn't think that TNT was going to be your cutie mark, but it was
question
nice that you went for a Minecraft model.
Question number 9. Many Kickstarter tabletop gaming projects have had issues in the recent years due to various obvious reasons we don't need to go into. But what unique problem did Avatar: The Last Airbender role-playing game run into? Something that I know we have discussed. Me and Rogue have discussed.
Drew,
It's
Yeah.
can you back up off the microphone just a little bit?
Back away, get closer.
I know
go
we
on.
said to get closer to it, but you've now got to the point where you're blowing out the levels.
I got that role-playing game. I literally got the hard copy and all this sort of came through and all this sort of thing. I don't know what the details are. I don't pay attention to that so long as me getty.
Oh well, in which case, yeah, like this is they definitely did updates on this, but they may have not said like the exact wording that I've got here because I have insider knowledge.
Rebel says
look.
also, I'd like to see your chin.
What chin is in it? I can see it on the blooming camera. Giving me nonsense.
But don't complain. I want to see your full face. Surely that's a good thing. It could be worse. I'm saying, look, can you put a mask on? Please, just put a mask on.
well, see, but I wasn't gonna say it, so
And question number 10, because I'm just going to move on. I hope you all got enough. Question number 10. What is the highest score? What is the highest? What
Okay,
is
so
the
what's the answer?
highest? What is the highest possible scoring Scrabble word that you could have?
Ooh, another
Oh.
fun question.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
And if you can, what score would that give you? Because I have that down.
Are we giving a bonus point for that?
Yeah, a bonus point if you can tell me both the word and the score.
Does that include placing it on certain, like...
I have no
Things
idea.
on the
Like,
board.
the way I got this fact just has told me, like, it would be worth this many. I also know how much, like if you had put this word down, what your final end score could possibly be.
Okay.
I feel like if somebody knows the answer and the score, they should get that many points.
Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, sure. Tell you what, I can say that. If you tell me the exact score, John will award you that many points.
I feel that at that point, that person's probably won it, if they manage to guess that, but I also feel confident that...
Yeah, you could just sit out the rest of the quiz at that point. Right, are we ready for some answers?
No.
I think I know at least the last one, because I think, if I remember, it was like a really surprisingly simple word, so hopefully I'm right. Then at least I'll have one question right.
How have you not got most of these? These are all minis. No, I'm joking.
Right. How do you not know these? These are all things Drew knows.
Yeah, I know, right?
I did this off memory. I didn't do any Googling.
You know, the same way you guys didn't know the meaning of all the flowers.
Yeah, I
Obviously.
would have got a 10 out of 10 in that, obviously.
So you're gonna dictate the entire next round in just pictures of flowers?
Yeah, easily. I'll just send for emojis of all the various flowers to get the answers. John will have to do a lot of Googling to verify, but it will all be right.
This one's yellow.
Question number 1. Legendary games designer Ryan Knizia is noted for not only his amazing games, but designing a lot of games. How many board games is he credited working with? Go on, Board Game Geek.
Rogue.
Oh, you pick the person. I'll just do the stuff.
Do I go with answer A or answer B? Answer A or answer B? I'm gonna go with 42.
Next person.
Angel.
I put 100. I don't know.
Next person.
Ben.
137.
So Ben would be the closest without going over. The answer is 686 games.
Oh my god! I had 42 and 420. And I went with the coward's answer. I went with a coward answer. No.
I'm going to roll back and turn on the light because I just realised how dark it is in this room now. It's mostly being lit by my TV screen.
I'm
cool.
hoping we're going to also get some frames back for you.
I know.
Who knows?
Like
Hey Ben, you've got a point.
On me. Yeah.
You were worried. What board game is noted as having saved the lives of at least 10,000 people?
Angel.
The Ouija board.
Wow, that's an interesting. Ooh, okay.
No, but I do appreciate the fact that you do know that the Ouija board is in fact a board game.
One of Hasbro's bestsellers.
Ben.
Monopoly, because it was used during the war.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Ben, you got another point. Rogue?
Wait, how? I mean, I said operation, but how did Monopoly save lives?
Right.
Oh, well, let me
By
tell
that
you.
logic, a deck of cards saved more lives.
Oh no! Monopoly was an amazing one. They literally. You tell. You've actually got information in front of you.
I've actually got it all in front of me. So there was a special branch. I'm not going to read out exactly what I've got here. I've got like a big, long-winded thing of information to make sure I had it all down. But during World War II, there was a special military intelligence branch known as MI9. It was created in the War Office of London in December 1939, and essentially they were charged with trying to find ways of getting people out of prisoner of war camps because they realized we have a lot of soldiers over there who are all trained and ready to fight. They're just in prison. So let's get them out. So they gathered a bunch of like people who think outside of the box and stuff like that to gather like all of these like weird thinking people. So it was like magicians, and the guy who came up, like the guy who was in charge of this branch, a guy called Christopher Clayton Hutton, was the technical officer. He is amazing. I recommend you look into his life. He's great.
Wait, is he the same guy who invented like the Hutton cane fighting style?
I don't know.
I think he was meant to be for World War II as well.
I have no idea. But yeah, so essentially they came up with a bunch of ways to like try and get people out of prison war camps, and with that they needed also like we need to give them a toolkit to get out of prison. So this included things like German money or like local currency money, maps of the area, a compass, and they needed to put this all in a way of getting it to the troops. So the way they would do this is they would, and also the only people in Britain at the time who could print onto silk, of which they wanted to put the maps onto silk, because obviously when you break out of prison and you need to know which direction you're going, you don't want to go, oh, where am I going? Let me just quickly unfold this. And paper is noisy. Silk is not noisy. Also happened to be Waddingtons, who printed Monopoly. So they combined the two things together and they made special editions of Monopoly, like Prison of War Escape Kit Monopoly, to help get you out of prison.
They really lost out on that one after the war. Like, it didn't sell as well afterwards.
I mean, to be fair, I'd love to buy one, but they're not there. So, like, you just can't find them.
How did they not get caught? Like, surely, like,
I could.
we're getting weird packages from the Brits. Are like, oh, we want to give these board games to our soldiers so they don't get bored.
So here's how they did it. Here's exactly how they did it, Rogue. They they would set up charities, fake charities, in buildings that were bombed out during the Blitz. It was where the addresses were. They were all Blitz-bombed buildings. And they set care packages out because they realized that the Germans wouldn't check care packages from charities, because anything they have to, like, they can give to the prisoners to stop, keep them entertained, to feed them, anything like that, they wouldn't really check. And obviously, like, the copies, like all of these things, all of these tools, they were all hidden within the set, including things like, this is the new bit of fact that I've got from, like, having done, like, going to get the facts for this bit. Which is they even had different ways to tell you which boards had which maps. So if there was a stop after Mayfair, you had a map for Norway, Sweden, and Germany. Or if you had a full stop after free parking, you had the maps for France, Germany, and the frontline areas. Anyway, the point where at least there's specifically 10,000 people being saved is there was at least one point during the war where some prisoners heard that the Germans were going to execute a bunch of prisoners, of which they had about 10,000 prisoners at the time. They were going to execute them all so they could take the German troops, move them to the front line, and use them in the fight. And one guy escaped, managed to get back to the Allied area and warn them of this so they could go and mount a rescue of a lot of the prisoners in war camps. And this guy who escaped, he was found with German money, a very tiny compass, and a silk map. And it's led to believe that he got his this escape kit from a Monopoly set.
We're going to need to move on to question 3 at this point.
Yeah, genuinely, look into it. It's the most amazing story. Anyway, how long is the London bus in terms of how...
I just want to say, that is full on. Someone baking a cake with a file in it, levels of goofy.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
the more you...
goofy.
I guarantee you, the more you look into that story, the more fascinating it becomes. It is insanely brilliant. But how long is a London bus in terms of London buses?
Ben.
I said 1.
Rogue.
Considering the dead silence, I'm guessing 1's not correct. But I also put 1.
Angel.
Being a sheep, I also put 1.
The answer is a London bus is 1.2 times the length of a London bus. Whenever you hear a fact that says, like, this football field is 10 London buses long, that is a unit of measurement that they actually have officially down. Unfortunately, London buses have been redesigned since and are now actually longer than the London bus measurement they use for saying, like, how long a thing is in terms of London buses.
So what is a bus in London called now?
It's still a
London bus.
It can't be a London
it's
bus.
Specific...
Because there is a measurement for a London bus, which is not a London bus.
It's such a weird fact.
I meant the modern London bus. How about you?
It's
a modern London
it's
bus
it's
is
called
the same length as a modern London bus.
it's called exactly the same thing, except they've slightly changed the kerning on all the letters, so it's longer on the
slightly
page.
Question 4.
Question number 4. Amazing Fantasy 1000 came out in August 2022 to celebrate the release 40 years since Amazing Fantasy 15 first introduced us to Spider-Man. Prior to this landmark issue, how many issues of Amazing Fantasy were released?
Rogue.
86.
Angel.
13.
And Ben.
99.
So that would be Angel said 13 correctly?
Angel is the closest
Yeah.
without going over.
So Angel is the closest without going over. The answer is there has been exactly 29 issues of Amazing Fantasy prior to Amazing Fantasy 15 coming out.
Wow.
Just
1,000.
to very
coming
quickly, sorry, 1,000. Sorry, just to very quickly to go into this. How many issues of Amazing Fantasy do you think were released before issue 15? Just that's what you say.
I feel
9.
like the obvious answer is 14, but I don't think it is.
No, it's actually Amazing Fantasy 15 was the first issue to have the title Amazing Fantasy.
Drew, can you just stop for a second?
It ran.
Drew, can you just stop
Yeah,
for
I
a
was gonna
second?
say.
You're breaking up a lot.
Sorry, yeah, I think my internet just completely went pad.
I'm terribly sorry.
I
Oh wait, it's not me. It's Drew.
it's
Drew's
Drew.
sorry.
I don't know what we can do about that because it's Drew.
I'm gonna drop in the screen for a second and see if that helps.
Quick, Drew,
Is that-
stop, drop, and roll.
Am I good? Can you hear me?
Pick yourself up and shake yourself vigorously. Turn yourself off and on again.
Mind you, in the meantime, seeing the lovely photographs of you is a nice pleasantry. Well, great. I will say, I will compliment you on your Kirby in the background. It's lovely. Oh, we've got to stretch. We got to stretch anyway.
I'm just going to see if turning off. Drew, I'm going to turn off your camera if you disconnect it. If you can hear me still, I assume you can.
Rebels, if you can hear us, please,
Yeah.
please shake your husband.
Your
My
Wi-Fi,
Wi-Fi is dying. That's not good. I don't have their answers.
Quick, everyone get out your sonic screwdrivers. I have a manual, but I'll try.
I have a tape measure.
Where on earth did I hear that from? I heard that from somewhere, but still.
I don't know if I can like measure the size of the problem, but
Well, let me just we'll just do some work on this.
Please hold.
Someone bang a hammer.
wait. No, there we go. I can weld something.
We might be back.
Oh,
Drew, can you hear us?
quick, everyone hold hands.
Come in Newcastle.
I mean,
Ooh.
I can see him move. I
see
can't
the
hear
lips
him.
moving.
Hello.
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 Yeah.
Hello.
I'm terribly sorry about that. I have no idea what happened.
Your Wi-Fi died.
Sure. Right, sorry. So yeah, prior to Amazing Fantasy 15, there was actually no issues. Amazing Fantasy 15 was the first. It ran as Amazing Adventures through issues 1 through 6, and then it ran as Amazing Adult Fantasy 7 through 14.
Very different.
Which,
Very
just to
different
be fair, if you
connotations.
I just want to say, yeah, it was very different connotations. It was completely innocent. It was actually marketed as the comic book that won't insult your intelligence, because obviously they were trying to get away from the whole
Comic books are for kids.
Yeah, comic books are for kids thing. Amazing Fantasy 15 then introduces the Spider-Man, which Stanley was rejected for that many times. And then they heard that Amazing Fantasy 15 was going to be the final issue and thought, we're going to run with it. Turned out to be a huge success. Cut away to that's in the 60s. Then go to the 90s. They then, between 1995 and 1996, they do a continuation and do Amazing Fantasy 16 to 18. They then do an entire volume 2 in the early 2000s as a celebration of the previous volume. That ran for 20 issues and introduced us to a new Spider character. Boring, doesn't matter. And then prior to Amazing Fantasy 1000, they ran a volume 3, which was just had nothing at all to do with like the original idea of Amazing Fantasy of introducing new characters and stuff. It was actually just a rather fun romp with World War II Cap, Steel Russian Spy Black Widow, and a recently bitten Spider-Man waking up in a fantasy land, and had nothing to do with the Amazing Fantasy. It was just in name alone.
It was just a fantasy.
Yeah, it was literally a fantasy. That was it.
And it was pretty amazing.
Yeah. And then they did Amazing Fantasy 1000, which was really stupid because, as I say, there is only 29 issues released with that title. Cool. Question number 5. In the original Spider-Man the animated series, how many times did Spider-Man punch someone?
Oh, sorry, that's my job. Angel.
Once. Because I don't know.
Ben.
Never.
Correct.
Yeah, Ben gets it exactly 0 time. Censors said that Spider-Man was never allowed to punch people, threaten people, or peculiarly threaten them with fire. Something Spider-Man is well known to do.
Can I just clarify, Drew? According to the notes from the last time we had this question, there are only ever 3 punches shown in the 90s Spider-Man cartoon series. I'm just gonna. If you've got some more facts.
I just have a little bit more to say. This would mean that either if it was like a regular dude criminal person, he'd just web them up. If it was one of his like main villains, he'd like do like weird wrestling moves with them for a while and then beat them. However, the censors did allow, because it didn't prevent Venom from backhanding him at one point, or for Mary Jane slapping Peter Parker in the face for missing a play, something that they had to argue with the censors to allow by saying that like it's integral for the storyline that Mary Jane slaps him in the face.
Yeah, that sounds like something that came out of the censors of the 90s.
So, going back to last set of times you asked this, Fox Kid ruled that punching was too violent for Spider-Man. He'd either web up the regular goons' minions or enter a wrestling pose with the bigger villains until he either won or lost it. There were only 3 punches, but never from Spider-Man. One of them is Wilson Fisk punching Daredevil.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
And then the literal next bit of it was, but I couldn't find the other 2.
Yeah, so apparently, so there's an episode where MJ slaps him in the face for missing a play. It's the threatening with fire one that was really weird to me when I did the research for this one. Also, just to be pointed out on this was very specifically, the censors basically said that Spider-Man is meant to be a superhero, and that's why he's not allowed to punch people. But also, in the same time that this Spider-Man aired, also the 90s X-Men animated cartoon appeared, of which they punched people left, right, and center in that show. So Spider-Man is a hero. X-Men,
I mean, also
are not.
Also, the X-Men series had some very weird things censored, like they weren't allowed to be Jewish, which is a big thing for 2 of the characters in the X-Men.
Yep. And if you want to further,
I know one character. What's the other one?
Shadowcat.
Oh.
Kitty Pryde.
If you want to further the thing from this, I did look up some Spider-Man things to try and get Spider-Man facts. I fell into this deep hole of things that Spider-Man is not allowed to do. So for the movies, Spider-Man, Peter Parker Spider-Man has to be white, straight. He's not allowed to drink alcohol or abuse alcohol specifically. So he can't drink if he's underage. If he has a suit, it has to be red and blue and made by him. Or if there is a black suit, it has to be from a symbiote. He cannot make a black suit himself. It has to be the result of an alien. Even though in the comic book he does have a black suit that is not the symbiote.
So does that mean that the Iron Spider suit violates those rules?
So there is some rules that are relaxed for the MCU version, but if you remember, he does make a red and blue suit, so he is allowed.
The other one that I do enjoy from the cartoon censorship side of things is he wasn't allowed to hurt pigeons.
Yeah, there's a weird list of stuff that he isn't allowed to do, but that still remains like the best one, that he just never punches anyone. Cool. What movie nearly released with the title Spaceman from Pluto?
I forget who's meant to be answering this, so Ben.
The Day After Tomorrow.
Rogue.
No.
I have no idea, so I went with Peter Parker, Space Pirate.
No.
I want to see that film too. Angel.
I had two different answers, and I can't settle on one, so it was either Superman or K-Pax.
No.
It was neither of them. John, do you know this one, actually?
I'm assuming it was Back to the Future.
Correct, it is Back to the Future.
Because that is the name
what?
of the book that his dad is reading.
It's actually... this is what I have. Sid Simberg did not like the title Back to the Future, and he sent a memo to the Zemeckis and Gale outlining his reasons, asking him to change it to Spaceman from Pluto. Essentially, his reasons, he says that he feels like that's too, like, that Back to the Future is too, like, genre-defining, and that it should have, like, a different name for this, and it should be Spaceman from Pluto. And with this, he argued that, to make this change work, now he buttered them up by telling them your title's not like is too genre specific. He then listed out three like things to change, which is like change the book that he's reading to Spaceman from Pluto, change when he shows up and says, you know, I'm Darth Vader from Vulcan, that he should say I'm a spaceman from Pluto. And when he first drives in and they say, oh my god, you're a space dude, or like that he should say it then. Yeah, they should do that. Luckily, producer Steven Spielberg stepped in and he replied to Schimberg's memo with his own reply that simply said, Sid, thanks for your most humorous memo. We got a big kick out of it. Thanks, Steven. Schimberg did not respond to the memo, and we still have one of the great memorable movie titles of all time.
I would like to butt in with my own anecdote on that one, which is in other. I want to find the.
I've got like three more answers to give.
Like the own like I four actually.
I was trying to say.
I love that the only thing that comes to mind that's vaguely coherent with that, in my mind, is the fact that Christopher Lloyd also did My Friendly Martian.
Yeah.
I would like to just point out that there was in terms of notes being sent to producers of films. This is my connection with this. I saw this one again in the week and thought this is a brilliant way to send a message. Miyazaki sent a message with before the release of Princess Mononoke, because the previous film that had been released had been heavily cut by the American producer that was bringing the dub to America. They sent a message with the film, a katana that just had inscribed on it, no cuts. And the producer got the message.
I think it was the original run of fuck, I know what it is.
Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind.
That's it.
Was very heavily cut.
Yeah.
To be
I've seen
Disney-like.
I've seen the cut version and I've seen the uncut version. Oh my god, Disney took the scissors to that shit. Oh man.
Drew, what's your next question?
Man.
Number 7. The only bad guy to feature in every Legend of Zelda video game.
Rogue.
I hate my life. The only one I can think of is stone statues.
No.
Angel.
Shadow Link?
Nope.
Ben.
Cuckoos.
Nope. I'm really annoyed. I was really hoping one of you was going to at least say Ganondorf so I could go into some facts. It's the Staphlos Skeletons. They are the only bad guy to appear in every single Zelda video game. I was actually looking for I want to drop Zelda in because obviously Zelda's just come out. I love it. And this was a really interesting fact. The only other one was the theme tune was written in a day for various reasons. I was hoping one of you would say Ganondorf, so I could let you know that in Zelda 2, Majora's Mask, Minish Cap, Skyward Sword, Phantom Hourglass, and Spirit Tracks did not feature Ganondorf. And there were a few others with grey areas, such as Link's Awakening, because there is a nightmare with Ganon in it, but he's not a bad guy and he doesn't feature otherwise. In the Oracle games, if you linked the two of them together and did like the linked version of it, you would get Ganondorf as the final bad guy, but he doesn't feature unless you do that. And then in A Link Between Worlds, the final boss is Yugga, who possesses Ganon's body, so it's not actually Ganon himself. So yeah, there's like 11 games where Ganon technically doesn't appear whatsoever.
How many games are there in Zelda now?
Lots.
Too
Too
many.
many.
The first, I'll just stick to the main part of the question. What single superhero comic book issue has the most variant covers?
Angel.
New 52 number 1.
No.
Ben.
I wasn't sure, so I'm guessing it's Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, in which case, just going Deadpool, I have no idea.
No, but like again, it's good thinking. I liked your strategy there.
Rogue.
I went weirdly specific. I went for the Killing Joke.
No, Killing Joke only ever had the one cover, as far as like I know. No, the answer, the exact answer.
It had a whole scandal around its variant cover.
Well, no, it's not. Technically, that's not a variant cover. We can talk about it. Let me get the actual fact out of the way. So the actual answer is it's the Amazing Spider-Man issue 666 holds the record as the single issue with the most variant covers with 145 different covers.
Is that the variant? Is that the cover with Obama on it?
No. So
why didn't I think to just say Spider-Man? It's you.
Really,
We should have been Spider-Man.
I didn't even like specifically write this to be like Spider-Man. Didn't look for Spider-Man facts. I looked up variant covers, and it just so happened to be the one. So it released with 7 standard covers, which was the regular Direct Edition, the regular Newsstand Edition, the Direct Second Printing Edition, the Fan Expo Convention variant, and of course, the Midtown Comics variant cover. And it's, Marvel ran an offer where shops who ordered a minimum of 500 copies would get a special variant cover, which led to 107 different versions of a bugle cover. It was down here, Spider-Man saves, and then like whatever picture the comic book shop sent them. Or 33 different versions of the Lizard battling Spider-Man, which would have them battling in like a school, and then the banner would say, "Please visit," or like in a comic book shop, looking like the fight in the school, with it saying like, "Thank you for visiting," and then the comic book shop name. I found a blog actually on this. I asked John if I was allowed to, like, if we could share an image on the stream. I'll just send it in the stream chat on Discord if I can just. But like, I found a guy who has actually collected all of them in his blog. Drew,
can you just post it in the general chat?
Yeah. General.
Guys, if you're watching along, head over to the Discord.
As much as I love this, I've got to ask John. I think, is this like the record for the longest time for a single round?
Yeah, I'm terribly sorry. I've really been trying to get through this, but people kept speaking. No. The first is the 7 various covers and the variations. The second one is a box of every single issue. He's managed to go out his way to collect them all. It was a weird blog post to read. Anyway. Many Kickstarter tabletop games had issues in various years due to various obvious reasons. What unique problem did Avatar, the Last Airbender role-playing game, run into?
Ben.
They got the magic wrong.
No.
Rogue.
They didn't pay for the license.
Nope. They very much paid for the license.
Angel.
It would require martial arts?
No. The game had been delayed as they were so successful in the project. They had sold more copies of the book than there was paper in America to print it on.
Oh, wow. Okay,
so
that at least explains
Oh,
why it took
no.
so long for it to get to me.
so
I
there was
remember this conversation now. Oh my
yeah.
god.
So there was it was a very highly successful Kickstarter. It was the third highest grossing Kickstarter ever. I mean, these are facts I just remember off the top of my head. I don't have these ones written down. But the problem that they had was they'd done so well with it because they didn't realize how much like people loved Avatar, and they promised to print it in America. They sold more copies of the book than they had paper to print it on in America at the time. This had a huge knock-on effect for other RPG publishers, as Regals is saying in the chat, which luckily some publishers had bought paper previously, which is the only reason certain books were able to be printed. But there were other Kickstarter projects that were just like, great, we can't fulfill now. Like all these indie RPG design, there were other projects that like got really screwed by this because they couldn't either print, or the price of paper just suddenly shot up because Avatar like went too big.
It's really nice when your project has gone so successfully that you've sold more copies of it than there is paper to print it on.
The other fun one that I have from that, which I don't know if Ben's aware of this one, I'll just quickly say this one's quite fun. Do you know the very small controversy around the special edition covers for that game?
No.
So they did a special edition cover, and you could either get the Aang cover or the Korra cover, and whichever one you picked, the picture of the other Avatar was on the other cover. So if you got the Aang one, you'd get Aang on the front cover, Korra on the back. If you got the Korra one, you got Korra on the front, Aang on the back. And a lot of people were going, oh my god, who would ever get the Korra cover? Oh, Korra's so stupid. We hate Korra. This is Avatar The Last Airbender, not Korra. And people complain, going like, the Aang one won't sell. And they were like, it doesn't really matter. You're going to get that cover anyway, you stupid people.
Oh,
Question number 10. What is the highest scoring Scrabble word in Scrabble? And again, if you know exactly how many points you get, we award you with that many points.
Rogue.
Applesauce?
No.
Angel.
Freezing?
No.
Ben.
Xylophone.
No. Anyone care to take a guess at the amount of points you'll score if you got this word down?
49.
185.
I think it's 347, isn't it?
Though no one has managed to be able to use it yet, the theoretically highest scoring Scrabble word out there is oxybutazone. Dan Stock found the word, which is worth a wild 1,458 points. And if a player was able to add some specific words hooked onto this theoretical board, they could end up with a grand total of 1,778 points. Just to give you an idea of how insane this is, in 2006, 3 Scrabble awards were shattered in a playful game between 2 Massachusetts men, a carpenter named Michael Cresta and a deli worker named Wayne Yora. The match managed to break the North American Scrabble records for the most points earned in a single play, 365 points, the highest individual score, 830 points, and the most combined points in a game, 1,320 points.
That's a lot of points.
As you do.
Wow.
That's a lot of points.
And speaking of points, Ben, how did you do that round?
I got 3. Yeah.
Out of a theoretical 1,468 points, you could have.
Yeah, I'm very let down about it.
Angel.
I got 1.
And 8 too many poppies.
I also got 1.
So, as we
Man, that was tough, it wasn't.
as we enter round 3,
I'm catching you up.
You've overtaken me.
Ben moves into second place. Rogue is in last place, and Angel Blossom holds a commanding lead. But there's still all time for change. Drew, thank you for being here.
No worries, it was a pleasure. I love coming on and doing some facts and seeing that the highest scoring person's got 3 points in my round.
Do you wish to hang around with us in the call until the end, or do you want to disappear back to the realms of chat where we can't see your face?
No, I'll stick around. Why not?
Okay.
Just stop trying to hide behind the cartoon figure.
We've,
Sit up straight.
we've rearranged the overlay for you to be here now, so that's always appreciated.
Sit up straight. Do your hair. Get up by the two. Brush your teeth.
Round 3 is the medium.
We'll train him.
Round 3 is the medium beat the chaser round.
Oh no.
Okay.
There are some of these answers that the chaser the beast was unable to answer. And I think if you correctly answer a question that the chaser couldn't, that's worth double points.
Can I just say now, congratulations, Angel, for winning this time.
I've got my notepad ready to write out some answers and see if I can score some points. I'm behind.
Question
To be
1.
honest, you could probably catch up.
Question 1. In which US national park in Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho would you find the geyser nicknamed Old Faithful, or Geyser, depending on how you pronounce worms? In which US national park in Wyoming, Montana, or Idaho would you find the geyser nicknamed Old Faithful?
Funnily enough, I think I actually know this one.
I mean, I hope it's what I've written, because otherwise I don't know US National Park.
Well, I don't know U.S. national parks. I'm just trying to think, okay, what the hell would they call it?
I hope I got the answer right, because I love some of the facts about this place.
Question 2. In which 1999 film did Cole Sear, played by Haley Joel Osment, say, "I see dead people"? In which 1999 film did Cole Sear, played by Haley Joel Osment, say, "I see dead people"? Rebel says, I only know one of the top off of my... I only know one off the top of my head because it has a burger named after it in Meat Stack.
What? One film?
I'm assuming National Park.
They don't have that burger anymore.
Oh no!
Yeah, Ree's face is just...
Oh, what's it?
Ow!
I'm still trying to think of that answer and all, to be fair. I'm just trying to think any national park coming to my head.
Question 3.
There's New Forest. New Forest Park.
Question 3.
Sherwood.
And this is one that the chaser failed to answer.
Ooh.
The Sivatherium is an extinct genus of which family of animals? It is often described as the tallest ruminant ever to walk the earth. The Sivatherium is an extinct genus of which family of animals? It is often described as the tallest ruminant to ever walk the earth.
I'm really sorry. I don't know if you've repeated that at all, but I kept getting the beginning and the ending, and the middle bit, which had all the information of the question I needed to answer, was cut out.
The Sivatherium is an extinct genus of which family of animals? It is often described as the tallest ruminant ever to walk the earth.
Okay.
That is worth double points if you get that correct.
I'm just double checking my answer with Ree.
Question 4. Lena Headey, Charles Dance, Peter Dinklage, Jack Gleeson, and Nikolaj Coster-Waldau all played members of which family in Game of Thrones? Rebel says, Ben, how tall are you?
Oh, last time measure. I'm either 6'1", 6'2". I'm in that region.
By my answer to question 3.
I mean, Ben may in fact be a ruminant, but I'm not sure he's a tall ruminant, whatever it was.
What? I'm going to say something else now.
Question
No,
5.
that's true. I think you're wrong.
Question 5. What is the wide-brimmed hat that takes its name from the Spanish word meaning shade? What is the wide-brim hat that takes its name from the Spanish word meaning shade?
I wanted to write something in, and I realised that that hat doesn't have a.
10-gallon.
Question 6. The value and quality of diamonds are determined by the 4 C's: cut, carat, colour, and...
Calories.
Can you repeat those, John?
The value and quality of diamonds are determined by the 4 C's: cut, carat, colour, and... You insert the last one.
And immediately, goes straight in. The moment you said that, my mind goes straight to, that's what she said. Yeah.
Question 7, which is also worth double points. Which song from the Beatles' White Album did Charles Manson say made him want to start a race war in the US?
Jesus Christ!
You know, light-hearted topics.
Oh no! I was watching a video on California earlier, and because I don't remember what the song's title is, but I know. But I think I know. Oh fuck!
What? Sorry,
Manson
what?
was
So,
Fuckhead.
it's just not a.
Race war.
The guy was a complete and utter fuckhead.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely wasn't right in the head. Question 8. Red Vineyard at Arles, at the Pushkin Museum of Fine Arts in Moscow, is said to be the only painting sold during the lifetime of which artist?
Sorry, John, I think you had a
Was
repeat
that
for the last
could
question.
you get question 7 repeated? Drew?
Was that question 7 you wanted repeated? Yeah. Yes.
Which song from the Beatles' White Album did Charles Manson say made him want to start a race war in the US?
Cool. What was question 8?
Question 8. Red Vineyard at Arles, at the Pushkin Museum of Fine Arts in Moscow, is said to have been the only painting sold during the lifetime of which artist? Red Vineyard at Arles, which is currently at the Pushkin Museum of Fine Arts in Moscow, is said to be the only painting sold during the lifetime of which artist?
I'm assuming painting by this artist,
Yes.
not only painting
The
in the
only
world
painting
sold at the
Entire
time.
world. There was only
There was
one
just-
painting in that.
Yeah, just like a couple of decades where they only sold one painting. Nobody knows what happened. Nobody wanted art anymore for that guy's lifetime.
God, that sucks.
Joseph Stalin just says no art in the world. That is
That's when you
not-
say, "Fuck you, Stalin. I've got
That's-
a job. I need the job. I need the
That's
money."
That's an interesting Stalin accent there, Rogue.
I cannot claim to do a good Georgian accent, let alone a bad Georgian accent.
Question
Yes,
9.
Joseph Stalin, whilst he was famously the leader of Russia, he was actually born in Georgia. And infuriatingly, if you look at pictures of him when he was young, he's kind of hot.
What?
Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
moving along.
Along from Rob's tastes.
Question 9. Lacrima Christi, or the Tears of Christ, is a wine made from grapes indigenous to which volcano? Lacrima Christi, or the Tears of Christ, is a wine variety made from grapes indigenous to which volcano?
I don't know volcanoes.
Mount Vesuvius?
I've put a picture in the embedded streaming chat, by the way, for you, Angel.
Okay. Hold on. People sending me shit. The embedded streaming chat. Hold on. I gotta figure out where the hell that is.
Hover
If
over
you go to the
streaming
streaming
and press
chat.
the speech bubble.
Okay, all it's asking me about is threads. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing.
Hit the speech bubble.
Drew may have to disappear to eat soon, as
Hit the...
Rebels hasn't made dinner.
Ew, you think that's cute?
I mean-
Hold on.
I'm just going by like the
I think
people
I
who have
accidentally
said
moved you
that.
guys.
I'm just
There we
going
go.
by people who have said that they find that picture attractive when they don't know it's Joseph Stalin.
Ew,
And
no,
finally,
totally
for
not my
this
type.
round, question 10, which is worth double points. Cardi B and J Balvin collaborated with which Puerto Rican rapper on I Like It, released in 2018?
I
I'm
don't
too
know, and I
old to
don't
listen
care.
to modern music.
Cardi B and J Balvin collaborated with which Puerto Rican rapper on I Like It, released in 2018? Can you believe the Beast didn't know that?
I mean,
I can't believe you think that any of us will know that.
Who are the other two? Cardi B and...
J Balvin.
Who listens to music?
to be honest, I'm just shocked that there was music that existed before the plague.
Are you ready for some answers?
I
No.
guess.
No, I'm not, but give me them anyway.
Angel, which national park in the US, which US national park in Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho would you find Old Faithful?
Yellowstone.
Correct.
Oh, thank God, the only one
God.
I'm kind of thinking of it here.
Thank
Drew.
God, I was gonna go insane.
Drew,
Yeah.
in which 1999 film did Cole Sear, played by Haley Joel Osment, say, I see dead people?
Sense?
It was The Sixth Sense. Andy just sent a picture of the burger. Andy just sent me the pic and I see it.
Right, picture of the burger, not young Joseph Stalin. Okay.
I think.
He's talking about Stalin, not the burger.
Oh no, Milady
Oh,
We
no,
were
Law!
not-
saying,
Yay!
we
Not
were
the
saying
burger,
yellow
Stalin.
burger that Rory was thinking of.
Oh yeah,
Thank
Stalin,
you,
not the
someone-
burger.
Thank you. Someone has my back.
Stalin apparently pretty hot. At least
Nope.
50% of the people here.
I mean, I have no
That's
Don't
selling
know
my
where
hair
I-
differently.
Also, I kind of have a thing for dudes with big switch energy, so that probably doesn't help.
Ben,
Yes.
the Siva theorem is an extinct genus of which family of animals?
I put down rodent.
Rogue.
Whatever the hell cows belong to.
Angel.
I put ants.
Drew.
I don't fucking know.
But Ben, but then re-ruin that answer by putting it in chat. So I said I went with Rogue instead.
Okay, I will point out that it was said to be the tallest to ever walk the earth. The tallest giraffid.
Ah, cool.
Oh.
I didn't realize Giraffid was a family.
Yeah.
Neither did I.
Yeah, they're called giraffes.
I thought giraffes were like a category of antelope, or in the
No,
same
they're
family
like-
as antelope.
They're like their own genus.
And the
How?
big neck gene.
But you can see where I'm coming.
I do
Giraffe
agree.
does sound like a Welsh name.
I'm gonna giraffe it down the pub last night.
Like you can see where I'm coming from, though. Like the idea that
yeah,
it was
no,
like
absolutely.
it was an antelope, and then it just kept going.
It's
reach.
what happens when you just keep stretching.
Oh, actually, yeah. Okay, cool. Then we can all become the tallest hominids that ever walked the earth.
You just got to stretch.
Oh, right.
Doggy, doggy, doggy.
That includes you, Drew.
Yeah, you're on camera now.
Yeah.
You have to stretch.
Rogue.
Stretch.
Rogue. Rogue. Lena Headey, Charles Dance, Peter Dinklage, Jack Gleeson, and Nicolaj Coster-Waldau all played members of which family in Game of Thrones?
House Lannister, I believe.
They are all Lannisters.
Yeah, watch it. Shows what I know. I put Targaryen or whatever because it's the only house I know because I didn't watch.
The fair part is, if it wasn't for the sake of a recent wood burning I've done, I probably wouldn't have known that one too well at the top.
Could you go through the names again?
Lena Headey,
Yeah,
Charles Dance,
obviously yes.
Peter Dinklage,
Yes.
Jack Gleeson,
Yeah.
Nicolaj Coster-Waldau.
See, I feel like one of those two isn't actually technically a Lannister, but I'm not gonna because I can't remember exactly. It's fine. Keep going. I mean, I put Lannisters, so I'm all good.
Wait, just give me the actor names, because I obviously Lena Headey, it was Cersei. Charles Dance was Tywin. Then you said Jack Gleeson,
Jack Gleeson.
which I believe was Joffrey.
Yeah.
Nicolaj Coster-Waldau.
Was
He
Jamie.
went around in a white and red stripy top. Just
Yeah, was
so-
Jamie Lannister.
Yes. Never mind then. I felt like there was a trick in there somewhere.
Angel, what is the wide-brimmed hat that takes its name from the Spanish word for shade?
Sombrero.
Correct. The sombrero. Drew.
Yeah.
The value and quality of diamonds is determined by the 4 C's: cut, carat, colour, and...
Clarity.
Say that again?
Clarity.
Correct.
I got that right. Jeez.
Yay!
I'm gonna get into the jewelry business.
Did not
Ben.
get that, but I got
No.
Oh, actually, Ben, unironically, remind me to send you a video, because one of the most therapeutic things I've ever seen was someone turning an amethyst into a D20.
Oh.
Oh, you're talking about porn right now. Jeez.
Can you
I need to
talk
go in the
about
chat regardless. There's another
Ben. Ben, which song from the Beatles' White album did Charles Manson say made him want to start a race war in the US?
I had no idea, so I put down Maxwell's Silver Hammer.
the "Don't Be a Fuckhead" song? He completely misunderstood the
NSFW
message.
chat, apparently, Rogue. Rogue,
Apparently.
which was the song?
Come together?
Angel?
Hey, "Don't Be a Fuckhead," which he seriously misunderstood.
Drew?
Yellow Submarine.
The correct answer is Helter Skelter.
Oh.
What the heck in Helter Skelter made they want to start a race war?
He
It was
was
Charles
a loony.
Manson, man.
There's something about going around.
Are you honestly expecting like a reasonable answer from Manson?
That's the name of his biography.
I mean,
Really?
look, I make the naive assumption sometimes that racists have rational thought.
There was your
They
first
don't.
mistake.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rogue. Rogue. Red Vineyard at Arles at the Pushkin Museum of Fine Arts in Moscow is said to be the only painting sold during the lifetime of which artist?
Vincent van Gogh?
Correct.
Hey!
Well,
There is only one good thing you can do with a racist. Build your cannibal fantasies, because ain't nobody wants that shit.
What was that, Drew? Because I'm glossing over something else being said.
Yeah, it's fine. That was way more interesting. No, I was saying that the only reason I knew that one was because of Doctor Who, because he mentions in the episode that he appeared. Obviously not the actual Van Gogh, but like when they do that, they mention that how during his lifetime he only ever sold one painting.
Yeah.
I was like, is this the right art?
Is that the right painting?
I know Van Gogh sold one painting. I don't know which one it was, but Doctor Who told me that there was one. He only sold one, and I just hope it's that one.
Pretty
Angel.
much the same reason I said the same answer.
Angel, Lacrima Christi, or the Tears of Christ, is a wine variety made from grapes indigenous to which volcano?
Vesuvius? I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
What? Really?
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's Vesuvius.
Wow.
Oh my god!
Wait, I'm sorry, just to double check,
I
that's one the
distinctly
beast
no, I
didn't
can't do
get?
that.
No, that is one that the beast did get. You only get
Oh,
1 point
okay.
for
Oh.
that.
I might have to ask
That
you
the
to
beast
come
didn't
back.
get.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
you might
one
have to
did...
remind us which ones the beast didn't get when it comes down to covering the
So,
answers.
question 7, he didn't get. Question 3, he didn't get. And the next question, he didn't get.
Oh,
Great.
okay.
So the 3 that I'm fairly certain I got wrong are the 3 that he.
He also
Well,
got them
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
I mean, I
so-
definitely got 10 wrong because I didn't write anything.
So far, I'm doing just as well as the beast, which I'm good
Oh,
with.
do you know what? Sorry, what was question 10 again? I'm just going to write down a fucking answer and hope for the best.
Cardi B and J Balvin collaborated but with which Puerto Rican rapper on I Like It, released in 2018? Drew, what is your first answer that just pops into your head right now? Name a Puerto Rican rapper.
Vanilla Ice. No, he's Canadian.
I mean, the only one that I know of, I'm just going to write it first so that no one can, if I do manage to get it right, there's only one that I know of. I have no idea if they've, I don't even know anything that they've done. I just know of them. There's one called Bad Bunny.
That's correct.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh!
What?
You get 2 points for that, Drew.
Are you joking?
I am not joking. That is the correct answer. Bad Bunny collaborated with Cardi B and J Balvin on I Like It, released in 2018.
What are the fucking odds, right?
Or a tweet. I saw a tweet that was retweeted today, and it said Puerto Rican Bunny Bad Bapper said a stupid thing. That's the only reason I know that name, was I saw a fucking tweet today.
So,
Hey,
That
don't
always
knock
works.
where you learn things from, Drew.
Yeah, I know,
I
right?
didn't learn anything, it just said the name of a rapper that I heard it today on Twitter.
And you learnt it. It's stuck in the brain. That's how learning works.
It's better than my answer of Justin Bieber, so you should be happy about that.
Hey, at least you were in the right country. My rapper was Canadian, so you know.
So's Justin Bieber.
Ben, how
I
did
just said I couldn't think of anything else with it, but still.
you do that round, Ben?
I got 6 out of the 10.
So that's at 9.5. Angel Blossom.
I got 4.
Oh god, we're actually
Way
catching
more than
up.
I expected.
12. And 8 too many
What have you walked
poppies.
into?
That's a solid 7.
So that's also 9.5.
Jeff, what you've walked into currently is effectively something you would wipe the floor with us with.
Sorry,
Dribbles.
here's what I found out. Sorry, very quickly. Is apparently he was in a wrestling match and he thought he was going to die, and that popped up on my Twitter. That's how I found out about it, because I've just done a Google to find out, and the tweet popped back up. I got 9.
You're breaking up a bit there.
Yeah.
He was ranting about finding out because the guy thought he was going to die in a wrestling match.
Ah, he's a rapper. What's he doing in a wrestling match?
Not
I have no
very
idea.
well. Okay. So, in last place is Drew, who's just answered that round and has 9 points. Tied for second are Ben and Rogue with 9.5 points.
Oh, God.
And in first place is Angel Blossom with 12 points.
Oh, is that it? Aren't we doing a fourth round?
So, fourth round. No, we're doing the fourth round. Just giving the point standing at the top of it.
Okay.
The fourth round, while I was trying to Google search cryptic riddles from films, I found a website that gave me cryptic film titles. And so they've basically taken film titles and written them in a different way. These are like cryptic crossword clues for film titles.
And if it's the same website that me and my mom found this afternoon, they're actually really good.
So I've got 10 of them. I believe there are about 50 on the list that was there. So,
oh, there were 100 on the list we found, so I might actually get lucky with this round.
And what website was this you used, John?
Pardon?
What website did you use? For this?
I can't remember. I didn't save it. So, cryptic film titles. Question 1. Best weapon. Question 1. Best weapon. Oh, and Drew stopped being a smear now.
I try my hardest, but from time to time I just need to smear.
My brain is not recalling films. I don't
Question
appreciate
2.
this.
Putting dots on locomotives. Putting dots on locomotives.
That one took me a second, but I got it.
Yeah, that one was easy. It's the first one I'm still broken
Yeah.
by.
Oh, the first one's easy.
Best
The
Well-
first
weapon.
one's easy if it's what I think it is, which means that John actually kind of changed it, but... Or the website that I used in his was different.
Well, considering that John's had 50 answers, yours had 100, I think that might be the case.
Could be. Could be.
Question 3. The absence of light with a soldier from the Middle Ages. The absence of
I
light
take issue with this cryptic.
with a soldier from the Middle Ages.
Oh my god.
I mustn't rant. I must not rant about how this cryptic cannot be correct.
Question 4. Town inhabitant with slender stick. Town inhabitant with slender stick. Apparently, Law and Andy are having a fight over who gets to answer these first. This is apparently Andy's element.
Just town inhabitant.
Town inhabitant with slender stick. Question 5. Insane greatest amount shortened. Insane greatest amount shortened.
Really want to put the glow. Just start putting the answers into the chat.
Insane greatest amount shortened, Law. Insane greatest amount shortened.
There's an answer I want to put, but I know it's wrong and it's super racist, and I feel terrible.
Good.
Don't put that answer then.
Oh.
Sorry, what's the number 5?
Insane greatest amount shortened.
Oh.
Putting it in the chat so people can see it, but I don't want to say it on stream. But if anybody wants to look, it's in the streaming chat.
Let's see.
Wow. Wow.
Can you not tell me that that's not the first thing you fucking thought of?
No.
No! Dick, no!
Andolf Unterkind has just been gifted a sub by Milady Lore. Thank you very much for gifting someone a sub. Thank you very much for also pointing out apparently that sub notification has no sound.
Huh.
Apparently
Well,
I
that's
need
bizarre.
to click that one on. But thank you for the gifted sub. And no ads for Andy now. For at least a month. Question 6. Crooning while the water comes down. Crooning while the water comes down.
There's so many of these. I have no idea. I'm gonna. At the end of this, you're gonna tell me these answers, and I'm going to want to throw my entire self into the river.
It's one of those things that I'm gonna. I think I'll be ripping hair out soon.
Well, if I've got 5 correct, I'm going to ask which one specifically, because
Jeff,
Just remember, this is... Okay.
Jeff says
Sorry.
he's playing along at home. Angel, you can say the thing you were going to say.
Huh?
Say the thing you were going to say.
Oh, just that, oh god, I don't want to actually, you know what, I'm not going to say it until after we start giving answers, because it might make it easier for these guys. I don't want to win.
Fair.
doing okay in this round, to be honest.
Question-
But I don't know if I can beat you at this point.
Question 7. Water supply hounds.
Oh, clever.
Oh, that one I like. That one I do like.
Yep, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I do like these ones where we've just got the penny drop moment. Just,
I'm like, what? And then it clicks.
It's the moment of, oh, I'm not a moron.
I don't know whether it actually happened, but I had a feeling that it literally got to the point of like eyebrows. Oh yeah,
See, this is why I wear big glasses, because now you can almost never tell when I raise my eyebrows, because you just can't see them.
Hold on. I'm sure I can figure something out here. I got some twine.
he's putting on the be right back sign.
There we go. Sorry, hold on. That's probably more accurate.
Question 8. Soft, wet, shapeless mass of books.
Oh.
Oh, that one's good.
Soft, wet, shapeless mass of books.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I think I nearly locked myself unconscious there for a second there.
Oh, take care of yourself, man.
Oh, God. Right, what was the question for number 8?
Soft, wet, shapeless mass of books.
The only one I just could not get was number 5, so...
Number 1's got me completely and utterly
Yeah.
stumped.
This one's catching me out, to be fair.
Question 9.
Massive books.
The First Meal of the Day Association.
Aww.
I think some people got that one.
Kind of disappointing, because unless it's this one, you didn't pick my favorite movie, so...
Well, let's see, because question 10 is the monarch's daughter on the day of her wedding. The monarch's daughter on the day of her wedding.
Nope, that wasn't it. But I know the answer, so...
Can you just quickly, just to make sure I'm not going completely crazy, can you just repeat question number 1 for me?
Best weapon.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Are you ready for answers?
Yes.
Yes.
Go for it. Go for it.
Oh, put me out of my misery.
Ben, best weapon.
Naked gun.
Rogue.
The best weapon.
I had no idea, so I just went with katana.
Drew.
I went with Top Gun.
It is Top Gun. Best weapon, Top
Yes.
Gun.
Oh.
I don't know.
I was
I
going-
think the naked gun would be best.
I was going with I originally wrote down lethal weapon, and then I was like, would they put weapon in both the things? Like, surely from like having this in the rest of these. And then I was like, oh no, it's best weapon.
On the website that me and my mom were using, the cryptic for Top Gun was the highest revolver. Which is it's slightly more obvious with that one, so I wasn't sure, but I'm actually quite pleased that I managed to get that one.
Law says best equals naked, Ben, eh?
Well, you got to get your priorities right.
Rogue.
Oh no.
Rogue. Putting dots on locomotives.
Train spotting?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Angel. The absence of light with a soldier from the Middle Ages.
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
I take issue with this.
Okay, yes.
Oh, yeah?
We were prepared
Knights
for this.
are not strictly soldiers.
But are
Did you
they
get the-
soldiers?
Did you get the answer right?
I did.
Then
Shut up,
something.
then.
Drew. Town inhabitant with slender stick.
This one really annoyed me until I thought of Rogue a little bit. Citizen Kane.
Correct.
Oh, wait. Why did you think of me?
Because what do you own?
Oh.
I mean, either the
That-
DVD of
God.
Citizen Kane or a cane.
I have a sparring cane as well as a nice shiny walking cane.
Uh,
It was just the sparring cane, if you were wondering specifically which
Yeah.
one I was wondering.
So I went with Wicker Man. Like, I was trying to think of, like, slender stick. I suppose, like,
the only
a
thing
bit of an individual piece of wicker is a stick, I guess.
I don't even know if I went for an actual film title. I just ended writing Fisherman.
Ben. Insane
Yeah.
greatest amount shortened.
I went with Mad Max Fury Road. 'Cause
It's-
I thought
it's
Mad
Mad
Max. Couldn't think of
Max.
anything else. Oh, is it just
But
Mad
which
Max?
one?
It's just Mad Max.
Because that's what I was thinking. It's like, I got Mad Max. It's like, no, it has to be another one.
Insane.
Oh, of course,
mad,
yeah.
Greatest
Yeah.
amount shortened. Max. Mad Max.
See, I ended up going with
Okay.
the big,
Will
the
I
big
get a
shorts.
point for
You
the
get
sake
a
of
point.
that bit? Thank you very much.
Wow,
Oh,
I was really off with my terrible answer.
What did you
What was
vote?
yours?
Other than the one that you shared in the chat that you don't want to say on stream.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. I had absolutely nothing else. That was once I got that I was laughing too hard to come up with anything else, and I absolutely blame my dad joke brain on that one.
Rogue. Crooning while the water comes down.
I don't even know if this is actually a film. Singing in the Rain.
That is a
Yeah,
film.
it is.
Yeah.
Is it the right answer?
It is the correct answer, yes.
Holy shit!
I also, having seen that for a few months now, because like from when I did the research for this round to now, I just really want to see somebody just cover Singing in the Rain, but singing crooning while the water comes down.
Crooning while the water comes down. Crooning while the water comes down.
You got to speed it up a little.
Yeah.
Doesn't quite fit. Angel, water supply
Yeah.
hounds.
Reservoir Dogs.
Correct. Drew, soft, wet, shapeless mass of books.
Pulp Fiction.
Jeff also says, hi, Ree.
Of course, it's Pulp Fiction. I got Cloud Atlas for some reason.
I mean,
Okay,
that's,
you
that's,
need
to be
to-
fair.
Actually, to be
Can
fair,
you unpack? Can you
I
unpack that
kind
one?
of understand that logic, actually.
Can you
Yeah, I
unpack
think
that
that
one?
should be
Ben?
half a point.
Law says, oh, I should have known that one.
I mean, I should have known that one as well, to be fair, but he was second Cloud Atlas instead.
Jeff says,
I mean,
Cloud
to be
Atlas
fair,
is a
I
good
can.
one.
I especially could reckon like it was worth one going for, because why would John pick two films from the same director in a row?
I did contemplate that as like, do I? And then I just said, yes.
Hello again, Rivers.
I had a good think on that one just because I was like, is this a trick? Is there another like movie that I'm gonna kick myself for not?
I was trying to think for so long. I was stuck on the thought of Cloud Library. There a Cloud Library film out there.
Ben, the first meal of the day association.
The Breakfast Club.
Correct. And finally, Rogue, the monarch's daughter on the day of her wedding.
Princess Bride.
The Princess Bride.
You come to
Can
me
I
on the
give-
day.
Can I give my favorite one for a potential bonus point? I won't get the point, but like for these two guys, to get
Yeah.
a potential bonus point. Okay. It's all right. Let me know when you're ready.
Sure.
Ready.
All right. It's overweight nuptials in Athens for me.
Big fat.
Oh,
Greek
big fat
wedding.
Greek wedding.
Oh,
Yes.
Law says, Andy points out books aren't necessarily fiction and says it should have been lies.
I mean,
That actually also, yes.
Ben,
that's a good point, to be fair, yeah. Yes?
what did you score that round?
I got 7.
Which brings you to 16 and a half. Angel,
I got 9.
which brings you to 21.
I do believe.
8 too many poppies,
7.
which brings you to 16 and a half. Law is also saying Andy is saying that she shouldn't grass him up in the chat.
Oh wait, sorry, I forgot to include the extra point we were just given. So that would be 17 and a half if I get my big fat Greek wedding point.
Sir
it to
Droobles.
Well, I mean, depending if, because me and Rogue said it at the same time, I either got 10 or 11 because I got all of them.
Son of a bitch.
I will give you the bonus point. I
So,
already know I won, so.
I like the fact we can start giving each other bonus points now.
So-
I just already know I've won, so
Sir
I don't
Droobles.
mind if you guys get around.
Sir Droobles manages to get to 20 points in 2 rounds. If I've done my
Oh,
maths
boy.
right with that, which I think I have.
Yes, means I get the bonus points.
Well, 9 and 11 equals 20.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I still won even with the bonus point.
So, Ben, what's the next topic?
I Oh.
With 16.5, Ben is in last place, followed by 1 point ahead, Rogue.
I mean, as much as like it's 60.5, that's a respectable score. Like sometimes we have had quizzes where we have had single-digit scores.
Jeff says,
Like
I got 9. Can I choose?
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
if I chose, I'd just choose Drew Chaos Round again.
wait, oh my god, Ben, let me have a chaos round.
Okay, so I'm gonna say common Easter eggs in gaming and films which have repeated themselves. I don't know if you can basically a Easter egg which you will see multiple variants of, and potentially, well, details around that side of things. Anyway,
I'm gonna put the repeating in brackets, but I'm gonna leave it as common Easter eggs in games and movies. And if I can come up with enough repeating ones, we'll have a round on repeating ones. If not, just it'll be Easter eggs in games and movies.
Okay.
Are we talking The Cake is a Lie, or are we talking like A113 from Pixar?
Yes.
More A113.
Oh,
Yes,
because,
The Cake is a Lie is more of a meme than an Easter egg.
Though that
Yes,
said, it
but-
is an Easter egg in other
I'll say
games.
Easter
so long as
eggs
it's in
are-
other places.
Also, Easter eggs are categorically memes.
But
True.
but not all memes are Easter eggs.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like the
But
Cake
all
is a
Easter
Lie
eggs are
in
memes.
Portal isn't an Easter egg. It's part of the storyline and it became a meme from that. But if it appears in other things as an Easter egg, then it's an Easter egg.
Yes.
But
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's why I was asking, because like it's part of the game, so
So it's one of if it's literally from the game itself and part of its narrative, it's not an Easter egg. If another one has taken it, like for instance, I think one of them, a very, 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 very popular one, which John may or may not choose to use or whatnot for the future, is the It balloon. Is an incredibly common one which you see both in movies and games, whereas literally you'll get a red balloon by a sewer grating or in a sewer.
so
really.
we'll be back.
How much I-
Can I have my brief rant about why knights aren't soldiers?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Brief,
I'm
he
looking up.
says.
Keep it brief.
Right, so fundamental difference between knights and soldiers. Knights were not paid. They were quite literally like sworn men. Like the idea was you were sworn to service. Sometimes you would be rewarded based on particular qualities of service, but you were in no way guaranteed pay, and it was more essentially you were a sworn servant. Soldiers are not that. Soldiers are almost universally salaried, with the exception of conscripts, and essentially filmed fundamentally different things. It's why you would still call a modern mercenary a soldier, and they as much as modern militaries do swear oaths, both of those are categories of soldier. A knight doesn't need to have ever done military service to be a knight. It's why you still have knights today. No one's about to say that Sir Ian McKellen is a soldier.
I mean, you're
He
right.
was quite good at the Battle of Helm's Deep.
I mean, on that particular topic, Sir Terry Pratchett did go and forge himself a sword.
But that's because Sir Terry Pratchett was a badass, and that sword is made of a meteorite and must appear in every post-apocalyptic piece of fiction.
Yes. Anyway, that is all for the quiz this time. Next month, in June, we are a week early for the quiz. A week earlier than normal, so we are going to have the quiz night on the 10th of June, because on the week that we would normally be doing it, I'm not here. I'm on hollybobs.
And everything will go to damnation. No, it'll be fine.
Wait, who did you say was taking over?
We're doing it on the 10th. We are doing it before I leave for the holidays.
I've got all sorts of people taking over at one point.
Fun, are you, John?
John's away caused chaos.
That's the point.
No, well, I mean, we can't cause chaos because otherwise the Drew Chaos round will mean nothing.
Yeah.
It'll be the
Try
Drew
and
stability.
drag. Oh, yep.
It'll be the Drew stability round. The eye in the storm.
I'm also on the holiday, so I can't do it.
Yeah, he can't take over because he's coming with me. We are going to have a quiz on the 10th of June. It's going to feature the common Easter eggs in games and movies. And then also I have rounds titled Hitchcock Films. I have the Hard Beat the Chaser questions.
Ooh, Hitchcock films.
And Norse mythology. Because apparently I haven't done that one enough yet.
Hitchcock.
Never.
Yes.
Milady Law will take over. Milady Law will take over. We'll do
It'll
all
just
those.
be staring contests.
Sorry, what was that one? What was
Norse
that
myth.
mythology again? Norse
Norse
myth?
mythology.
Ooh.
myth. And then game.
Apparently it will be staring contests with Andolf Unterkind playing piano in the background.
Oh, can we do guess the theme too? Just get you. Da, 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 da,
Star Wars.
Da, 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 da. Oh, you stole my joke.
Ba-ba-da-ba, ba-ba-ba.
Indiana Jones.
Star Wars.
Hey!
Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please do hit that follow button. It's a great way for you guys to know when we go live, a completely free way that you can support us on the channel.
That'd be great to have you as well.
It'd be great if you did. It'd be really good. We're not running a goal anymore, so I can't say we're trying to hit a goal before we go to MCM because we hit the goal. We
Hey!
succeeded.
Just please join us. Be here. We need like this relationship. Your presence feeds us. If you're not here, we will wither, shrivel, and die.
And if we can get like 10 times as many of you, we could possibly even get to partner. But you know,
And if we had 10 times as many as you, we'd have our own convention.
we'll work on that one too.
We can have our own convention with blackjack and hookers.
Next week, if you're in
No,
London,
that's what they do in America, my dude.
next week, if you are in London, we are going to be at MCM Comic Con, or at the very least, myself and Ben are going to be at MCM Comic Con, and Angel will be there, and you might see her face. She might bring that with her.
I love it, Ben.
MC him. MC him.
Uh,
MC him.
We will have a stand, and we will have stickers, and we will have books, and we will have posters, including a poster that is so exclusive that 4 people have seen it.
Ooh.
Am I one of those 4?
No.
I am.
Rogue is, and the artist who drew it is, and I am, and...
I was starting to think it was going to be my
I
one,
would've-
which I've done 4 years.
I love it. It's like it's so exclusive. Not even the artist has seen it. They did it blindfolded just to make sure.
And Sean is number 4, yes.
Actually, going along with that side of things, consider the other thing which we're giving. How exclusive is that one in comparison? How is my house, John? How is my house?
Your house is very good. There are a lot more copies of your house than there are of the poster.
Yeah.
That's worrying.
I think there's still a couple copies of my poster, though, isn't there?
There are still going to be copies of the Halanaxus, the Crimson Monarch picture, but also exclusive artwork, the exclusive poster as drawn by Obsolete Goat of On the Riverbank of Saugarth.
It's a significantly better off artist, so get theirs.
And we've started the art war.
But we're also
It's
going to
not
have...
even a war.
We're going to have stickers, we're going to have key rings, we're going to have, from our fantastic crafters, we're going to have crocheted bits, we're going to have leather-worked bits, we're going to have pyrographied bits, and we're going to have bracelets and earrings
Blurry.
and book. Yeah, we're going to have books and all sorts of things. If you come to MCM and find us, we are in the Creator Pavilion section in the North
How many-
Hall.
How many blackjackers and hookers are you gonna have?
For this convention, none.
I mean, I'll be
This
there.
is such a shame.
For this convention, Ben.
Do you count for blackjack or hookers?
Yes.
Yes.
Ben, if I come to MCM, will we play? Is that what I'm getting told?
Possibly.
Well, Ben needed to pay for his ticket somehow.
We are also... we also have a Discord where you should go and join us to chat about things, and you can see the many multifarious covers of Spider-Man comics.
What part came out at the right or the wrong time?
I mean, if John gives me permission, you can also see a picture of young Joseph Stalin, and you can decide whether or not you think he was hot.
I mean, sure, put that somewhere. I don't know where.
Just on someone else's stand.
We also have a YouTube channel where you can see all of this chaos a second time. If you want.
Because you totally want to see this a second time.
Law says, I don't know what Drew asked Ben, but my brain will fill that info in, don't worry.
Oh my!
It's about blackjack, I promise.
I'm gonna get questions later on.
We
Can I
also
see your price list?
Oh!
Sure.
We have the following streams coming up. It's probably a slightly shorter list because we're going to be at MCM.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, the Dungeon of the Mad
That
Mage...
really is a very short...
The Dungeon of the Mad Mage group continues playing D&D. The group has to work out what they're doing in Skullport. On Monday on the Angel Games Player channel, Angel is yelling at monsters in Genshin.
I am not.
Angel is not doing that thing.
No, I already informed everybody who follows my stream specifically that I won't be streaming until possibly the 31st, depending on how I feel
Cool.
after coming back, because we know that kicks my ass, but I couldn't figure out how to change my schedule thingy.
I will let
on
you know how to
Twitch,
do
so.
that so that we don't keep advertising your schedule.
Thank y'all.
But on Monday night, I will be here with The Light of Zarixus, second episode, which I can't remember the name of. The new Spelljammer campaign continues as Waterdeep has been destroyed. Toril is covered with crystalline vines, and the group have managed to get passage away from the planet on a Spelljammer. They need to find out what is happening in the episode Attack of the Star Moth. And then on Tuesday night, we have a very exclusive Grand Theft Arcana D&D game, continuing a series of D&D heist-based games that Richard ran at Meeple Perk.
What? No, I'm joking. I know that.
We have Grand Theft Arcana Keep Your Eyes on the Prize, which is going to be the first Grand Theft Arcana game within my D&D universe, and one of the first times that I'm handing over the reins of my D&D world to someone else. And then...
He's letting go of his baby.
I hear that's all the rage right now.
I'm just trying to figure out we chat about it. It's fine. I'll shut up.
On Wednesday, Ben, are you doing Sky on Wednesday?
I will be doing Sky on Wednesday.
On Wednesday, Ben will be doing Sky. And that's all the streams that are happening Wednesday, because Angel's going to be here. So I can't stream, and she won't be streaming. And then she won't be streaming on Thursday either, because we'll be at MCM by that point.
I will try and do some more of the short live clips, but after what happened last year, you'll probably get 30 seconds of, hey guy.
You gotta pay those bills.
We'll see how the internet holds up with that. There will be hopefully edited videos of our time at MCM, because I intend to do some of that sort of talk to camera thing. But that'll be coming out probably after MCM has occurred, because that's how live video works.
What?
Yeah, it has to happen first.
No.
And then I can put the video on the internet. We are going to do a raid at this point. I'm very stretching for time to see who is live, and the who is live that I have chosen is Carpe Diem live, just because I love the pun name, and I'm going to raid into their D&D game. So go and give Carpe Diem some love. We'll see you guys. See you guys again real soon.
Bye-bye.
For now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We'll see you on MCM.
See you at MCM.